Hello, everybody.
Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to PBS Presents Find Your Beach.
PBS presents Find Your Beach, a murder.
A murder mystery.
A murder mystery.
It was a regular day in quarantine.
Andy and Rosebud were doing what they always do, setting up the podcast equipment and getting ready for another hour of pretty substantial bits.
And great content for all their worldwide fans. When suddenly there was a knock on the door. I'll get it. Hello?
Hi, I've come to murder you.
What?
Stab.
What?
Stab.
What?
Rosebud!
Andy, I've been stabbed!
You're the love of my life. I will defend. Stab. Ow! Stab. Ow, ow, ow.
And then they were dead. And that was a very short murder.
It turns out it was just a psychopathic guy that was yelling nuclear radiation on their stoop. He buzzed in
and gave them fair warning.
Yeah.
To his credit, did let them know he came to murder them, and now they're dead.
That's why you always check the people.
That's why you always ask, who's there?
Are you here to murder me?
You just say, who's there? And if they don't answer a murderer, you can open the door.
Yeah.
But if they do say a murderer, you should keep the door closed.
Yeah.
It's basics, people.
If they say, I'm a murderer, you go, hey, I'm sorry, I'm not available right now.
Yeah, you say, hey, can you come back later when just my fiance's home?
Yeah, either sex can say that. Because fiance is genderless.
Yeah. It's fine.
Much like dogs.
Dogs are genderless.
Yeah.
I don't know why we get so hung up on their gender. Why we always go, it's a she.
Because guess what? Mouse is a she, but who jumped in the river without figuring out what water was first today?
What does that have to do with her gender?
Well, I think that people would kind of like assume that a female dog would be like less,
Water friendly?
No, like brazen.
Oh, because females aren't brazen?
That's what I'm saying.
Oh!
That's what I'm
You
saying.
think females
I'm saying gender is a construct.
Aren't brave.
No, that's not what I said.
You said females aren't brazen. What's happening?
You look crazy right now.
Do I? Do I? It's because I didn't do my hair. I didn't do my hair for the podcast, and now I look like a fucking doll that someone's taken poor care of. I look like someone's second best loved doll.
Oh God, you look beautiful. You're so cute.
Shut up.
Oh, you're so cute.
Shut up. Don't tell me I look crazy and then say it's cute.
It is.
You fucking jerk.
I don't want you to look like you're getting ready to shoot a cover. I want you to look like you just made pancakes for the whole kin.
I did. I made our whole wolf den a pile of pancakes. And now we're going to get in the truck and we're going to go down to the stream.
Man.
And we're going to get ourselves some drinking water for the rest of the month.
We're going to bathe.
We're going to bathe in it and then we're going to drink it.
We told you, you got to bathe, Pa.
Pa!
You're starting to smell
Stop.
rap. You're starting to smell rap as a
Pa!
brown avocado.
Paul! Paul! You're stinking up the whole wolf den!
The wolf den?
Everything smells like your armpits and it's peppery!
Yeah, you got spice, Grandpa. Anyways, that's a love letter from America's center. We did go upstate today.
We did?
Have gone upstate twice since getting a car. Not even a week.
Not even a week.
And we're going to continue to do it. We're definitely going over the mileage on our lease, and we're ready for it. Actually, you know what? We might not, though.
What's the mileage?
10K per year.
We're not going to go over the mileage.
We've put 500 miles on this week.
That's nothing.
Yeah, good point.
What happens if we do go over the mileage?
We pay 17 cents a mile.
What?
Yep.
Why was that the fucking deal?
You can buy it at a cheaper. It's fine. 17. That's $10.70 for 1,000 miles.
Okay.
It's gonna be we're probably gonna end up spending like $1,000 at the end.
I mean, but 17 cents sounds like one of those things where it's like, that's nothing, and then all of a sudden it's like, you're fucking $700.
Let's look what
10 minutes later.
17 cents. People like this kind of content.
Andy, we're not doing that.
I'm
not
doing
doing
it.
math on the podcast.
I love
Put your
math.
fucking hands back. Andy,
Okay.
I love math.
I do. I love numbers. Today's a special number.
Why?
It's episode 49,
Ooh,
which
kinky.
is 7 times 7. And if you think about that, 7 is the number of money and luck. So 7 times 7 is a very lucky number.
What is playing on your computer right now?
Oh, some fucking bullshit. God
Jesus
damn it.
Christ,
God
Andy.
damn
This
it.
is what happens when you fucking start diving into your calculators.
No, I was reading the news. I'm pretty upset about it too. But anyways, we'll talk about that later.
Okay.
Yeah, so we went upstate. We're just seeing the country. It's so great. That's the nice thing about quarantine.
It's good because, well, can I say one thing?
Mm-hmm.
So New Yorkers, when they go upstate, it's kind of embedded in us to try to go where the people aren't. And that's not a good idea in nature.
Mm-hmm.
Because in nature, people go where it's safe.
Mm-hmm.
And New Yorkers go where they'll die. So we pulled over on the side of the road.
Where we saw cars.
And we thought, okay, this is all right, this is fine. But then we went to an area of the river that was far away from the other people. And we waded into the river, and a current that was just stronger than if the rock grabbed you by the leg.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it felt like.
You think that's a strong current? Okay, babe. Because I've been in some currents.
Oh, you have?
Yeah.
Well, we're not talking about the current of your depression.
That's not what I'm talking about. That's not what I'm talking about at all. I've forded rivers in Alaska up to my waist. We're in a 60-pound truck and back.
What the fuck is that?
Like a big backpack.
Yeah?
Anyways, it was nice. And then we drove down country roads, and eventually we found like a dairy freeze joint.
And we're talking real country roads. Like one road that we passed by was called Cash Dollar.
Mm-hmm.
It was called Cash Dollar Road.
A lot of Dollar Generals passed. A lot of
Stewart's.
Stewart's, the best mini mart, maybe in the country. I think it might be in the country. There's one in Texas that I like.
Why it is the best mini market though, because we went inside of one and I was like, this is a 7-Eleven.
You didn't look at all this stuff. They make their own seltzer water. They make their own soda. They make their own iced coffee. They make their own ice cream. They make their own potato chips.
Mm-hmm.
You browsed. You just like.
Guess who else makes their own coffee and potato chips?
It's different.
And seltzer water.
It's different.
And
it's different.
It's
very different.
Also does that.
It's all made locally.
It's all made locally.
It is.
Is that why it's distributed around the country?
Stewart's. There's only Stewart's like in a 100-mile radius.
That's not true.
You are out of your depth.
No, I'm not out of my depth.
Out of your depth.
And we are not going to do a goddamn scene from The Big Lebowski right now.
You are out of your depth.
First of all, you're
my
quoting it
God.
wrong.
I'm not. I'm saying you're out of your depth.
No, you're out of your depth, sir. You are. You have bleach blonde hair and you are approaching 40.
Can you see the top of the water? Because you're out of your depth. Did you wear a life vest? Because you're out of your depth.
Did you bring yourself a whistle to call for the lifeguard? Because you're out of your depth.
What would a whistle do underwater?
The dolphins can hear it.
Oh, and they come and save you.
From the other dolphins that will rape you.
That's what happens. Your water dolphin rape whistle. Oh, but Mousy, you guys, you should have seen it. Mousy.
Ooh, you should have seen her.
She jumped right in.
And she was out of her depth.
But she swam.
She had no idea.
She swam immediately.
Yeah.
I didn't realize she would, like, you think, like, that the dog isn't going to know. Because I think it's weird. As a kid, you got to teach a kid how to swim. Puppy.
Well, no, actually,
Right away.
babies know how to swim right away.
Really?
Yeah. And then they forget and you have to reteach them. But babies know how to swim right away.
Oh, man. When you have a baby, when you have our baby, second it's born, I'm throwing it right in the water. I want to see that.
You can. Like pops out at me and you go, let's see this fucker swim.
And then it's just an infant.
Welcome to the world.
It's
We make our own way here.
It's just like a tadpole just cruising around a baby pool.
Yeah.
Wow, you were right.
Everybody's like, why isn't Andy helping her breathe? He's like filling up the kiddie pool at the other end of the room.
You'll see. You'll see.
You all got a hose?
This is gonna be awesome.
He's got snorkel gear on for no reason.
God, well, I kind of want you to do a water birth.
I'm not doing that.
I want you to do a water
I'm not
birth.
doing that shit.
Because I want that baby to swim right out of you.
Absolutely not. I'm gonna get all the drugs. I want to be dead from the waist down.
And cut open, right?
Yup.
I kind of do too. I don't want to wreck that, precious little flower you got there.
Ew.
Well, it's not little.
What? Don't call my pussy wide on the podcast.
I didn't say it was wide.
Deep.
Don't say I have a deep pussy, please.
I got a real deep puss, folks.
Anyways, we don't need to go into that.
That's what Andy's dick says
Well,
when he reaches a certain point.
that's not what my dick says per se.
It speaks to me.
We've
It
had
says this is as far as the
It's
train
just that-
goes.
some of Rosebud sex toys look like an NBA player's forearm. And I can't. I'm not even self-conscious. I'm more like, do we need to call your therapist? And see, is there an internal medicine doctor that can vouch
You
for
need
this thing?
you need some kind
You
of
need
fucking
God.
God. You do.
God.
You need a certain kind of God that can save you from yourself. Do you understand?
That's great.
Do you?
I love you.
Can't wait for you to get a fucking sunburn tomorrow. I can't wait for it to settle in.
Sunburn would already settled in.
Oh yeah? You
They're
think
not
so?
a next day thing.
Yes, they are sometimes. Sometimes you get a surprise sunburn, and you're gonna get one tomorrow.
Well, I'm going
It's
swimming
gonna
again
be
tomorrow,
bad.
so maybe I'll get it tomorrow. On my second swim of the week.
I keep looking in the mirror instead of the lens, and that's just bad conduct for the podcast.
Yeah.
It's unprofessional, and it's rude.
I do want to ask you.
It's like I'm trying to look for someone more important than you guys, and I want you to know I'm not.
There's nobody beyond you.
There's
Just
no
you.
one beyond me except for my own reflection, and I'm being a narcissist, so I apologize.
Yeah, and I want to apologize for both of us. Okay?
Just generally. He just
Mhm.
wants to apologize across the board for everything.
Yeah.
Everything we've said and everything we've done. And this is the last day of the podcast.
Next episode.
Because everything's back to normal.
Next
Everything's
episode.
back to normal. We're all going swimming in the Ozarks. We're unemployment. What's that?
In the past.
It's in the past. Everything is back to normal. Just kidding. This is
Our lives now.
not a child's fantasy. This is reality.
This is not a child's fantasy. This is a child's reality. You have homework to do.
Everyone's dying.
You have chores, young man.
It's a pandemic.
I do think we should work kids harder. Why are we teaching them everything when they're
Well,
ready to work?
Listen, if there's one thing Biden's going to bring back, it's child labor.
Yeah,
Bring kids back in the labor force.
that's actually what Bernie wanted.
Yeah?
More kids working.
Yeah, and that's why they dropped him. That's why they threw him out.
I wanted to ask you,
Oh god.
Why is
Why
it-
did your voice crack?
my vape smoke went down the wrong pipe. Why is it that, like, you women, gals,
Yeah.
like, I'll say something like, oh, you got a little thing here, and then you'll be like, no, and you'll, like, run into your room and scrape your face off with, like, a rake, and then you'll put a new face on, and you'll be like, all right, now I'm ready for the world.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you do that for us? You know I like you just like this. You know I love you.
No, you don't. You don't like me just like this.
I do.
No, you don't. When I come out with makeup on, you're just like, you look so pretty.
Because I say it.
You look at me like I'm a fucking goddess. And then when I look like this, you go, aw, you look pretty. Like you rescued someone.
I say you're pretty when you put on makeup because I know it would be weird to not mention that you put all this work into looking pretty.
Well, you're just a fucking saint.
Oh,
And you know
God.
what? We do that stuff just because of us. Just because we're that insecure. And not because of years and years of being taught that we're only as worthy of love as we are beautiful.
Well, I knew that part, but you seem above that.
What are you talking about? I seem above that.
You're so brazen. I don't know what I'm saying.
I'm even self-conscious about that.
About being brazen?
Yeah.
Huh.
Because I'm like, you remember when we were watching Dead to Me and I was like, oh, I'm gonna be Christina Applegate. I'm just gonna be a bitter, angry woman until I die.
But you're not a bitter, angry woman.
Yeah, I kinda am.
Are you?
I just have a loud voice and I sound like I'm yelling a lot. Even somebody,
You just, you're the bass in the choir, and that's fine.
shut up.
You're just the bass in the choir.
I
Sorry,
will
tenor.
Cut your balls off.
Hi, I'm Rosebud Baker.
Yeah, it's so weird that I'm self-conscious about that. It's so weird.
But here's the
that
thing
I'm
that's
self-conscious
funny
about that
it.
all on my own.
It's funny because you tear me apart every day. You're looking.
You deserve to be torn apart.
You're like you look like an elf that got washed away in a storm. You know, you look like the statue from the bow of a boat that crashed.
First of all, it's on basic shit. It's like the fact that you, as a grown man, are named Andy, like the main character from Toy Story, even though you could have gone by Andrew for years now.
Who is a man?
Who is a man?
Andy is a man in Toy Story. He is a cowboy.
Andy is not a man, he's a child.
Oh, I haven't seen Toy Story.
Yeah. He's a child and
He goes to college.
he writes his name in all caps, which is the same way that you sign your emails.
It's also how I sign everything, is in all caps.
Yeah, and
Because my handwriting's so bad because of my left-handed
tremor.
tremor.
Yes. If you guys saw some of the love notes that Andy's left me, which is very sweet, he leaves me little notes before he leaves town, and he'll like hide them somewhere, and then I'll find them. Ooh! And I'll open it, and it looks like someone was attacking him.
So while she's
while
hooking up with another guy, she lifts up the pillow, she like throws the love letter.
Yeah, I'm just like, ugh, who
gross.
can read this? Looks like he was being attacked by a bear, and I throw it across the room.
It looks like a war veteran in a fucking sandstorm.
This is my favorite podcast we've done.
Who invited Grandpa to the rave?
This is my favorite episode we've done.
It looks like an
a long
alcoholic
time.
who hasn't drank for 4 days and who's trying
Somebody's
to write
got the
this
DTs all
on
over my fucking
Staten
love letter.
Island ferry during a fucking squall.
What?
Okay.
Like, is that a sea storm?
Yeah. It's down on the ferry. Squall.
Squall.
Um,
Squall is a great word.
It is, and there's a great
That's
movie
funny
called
as hell.
White Squall.
Okay, well, I'm not watching that.
It's about a
Don't care.
boat.
Don't want to watch it.
It's a study boat.
Don't give a shit.
Student boat.
Couldn't care less.
Squall
Literally, I'm
comes.
replaying algebra classes. That's
It's
how
good.
interested
Good
I
movie.
am.
Great movie.
Okay.
I love it when you are actively denying me, and I am not acknowledging it. That is one of my favorite bits we do.
Hey, it's how this relationship started.
We should also update everybody on, we have been tested.
We've been tested.
We've taken tests. And I'm 99 percentile in most likely to faint during a blood test.
That's right. And I tested positive for coronavirus.
No, you didn't.
No, I didn't. Actually, I just tested for it.
When do you get them back at the same time? They didn't even tell us. They were just like, all right, bye. We're like, anything else? They just took our blood.
Yeah.
It was so funny because they were so sweet.
No, they said other things, but I think you were in and out of consciousness, because when Andy went in before me and I walked in and I was like, hey, my fiance's in the next room. He faints during blood work. Can you just make sure that he's okay before you do mine? And they were like, oh yeah, we just came in. He was in and out, but he was fine. And then I was like, okay. I was like, well, sometimes he'll talk while he's fainting. And they were like, oh, that makes a little more sense.
I didn't faint completely. I think I didn't faint because I did do that thing where my entire body breaks a sweat, which I love. That's my favorite.
Yeah.
It's like I just push all the toxins out. But I don't remember losing consciousness, which I did the last time when I did the IV. I remember losing consciousness.
Okay.
But I definitely was like seconds away from it. And I'll tell you why it happened.
Let me tell you this. I got my antibodies test and a COVID test and was out in the waiting room for about 5 minutes.
Was that how long it was?
Before Andy even stepped out of the room.
Yeah.
And when he did step out of the room, it was with me because they came outside and they were like, hey, you might want to check on him because he's still lying down in there. And I was like, yeah, he just likes to kind of make himself at home wherever he faints. And then I walked in.
Here's what happened. They did
and Andy sat up and he goes, I'm fine. And I was like, okay, he's not. Something went on.
I got close to fainting, but they took the blood in my left arm, and I was like, we should probably do the right because I have a tremor in my left arm, and they're like, you're fine. And then my tremor started going, and then they were like, oh, we can't get the blood out because your hand's shaking.
Trying to give a vaccine to a snake.
Yeah, an angry snake. And my hand hisses while I have a tremor.
He goes.
But
it hisses
so then
like
they
a
did
cat.
the other arm, so I got 2 needles.
Mm-hmm.
And then by the time I was like, oh, I'm fainting, they were done. But then I just had to sit there and breathe, and I drank like 5 cups of water and broke a sweat and felt all fuzzy. But then I was fine. And it was really sweet. Rosebud loves me when I faint because it's like, oh, I have a big, clumsy bear.
Yeah. I love it.
But I'm excited to find out if we have the antibodies, because I'm gonna go out with a fucking. I'm not gonna go out without a mask. I'm gonna go with a mask that is actually just a bullhorn that I'm gonna tell people to cough towards it. I'm gonna wear a dog cone on my face and I'm gonna be like, spit in me.
What? That's the plan?
I'm gonna be a piss pig.
You're gonna have people pissing on
I'm
you?
gonna be a germ catcher.
It's not to be confused with Dreamcatcher.
Yeah.
He doesn't want your dreams.
I want
Keep
your
your fucking
dreams.
dreams out of his dog cone.
All of this is incumbent on the positive result of
The antibodies.
antibodies. Yeah, that's good.
We're going to the Ozarks.
Yep.
We're swimming with the fools.
Did you know, I heard this back in the day, like Renaissance times, 1400s,
Yeah.
that there was like boats that would go and pick up all the fools and idiots from villages and take them somewhere. I don't know where they took them, but it was mentally handicapped people, but they would just go and get them.
Yeah.
And I always thought that was interesting.
It's weird that we are allowed to use the word idiots.
Well, we're not. Oh, yeah, because it's like the equivalent of using the R word, which I again apologize for using the last time. It's like if we just started using the R word again in like 50 years.
Yeah.
Man, what dreams may come.
What?
Real quick transition.
What dreams may come.
We got a little inbox thing happening.
Goodwill Hunting. We just start naming Robin Williams movies.
Got an email here from Michael.
Michael O'Reilly.
We just discovered you yesterday. I think I read about you in read about you in the post. Congratulations on finding each other, and thanks for the laughs and fun. We will follow you and see you next time. Either you're in LA or when we are in New York.
Okay.
When I was a little kid, about 12, I think my parents loved this British TV show that was old even in the 70s. It was reruns at 11:30 every night, so I would watch it with them. About an hour ago, it dawned on me that the two of you together remind me of the couple in the show. Not exactly for sure. They were some sort of reminiscent of Burns and Allen. So the wife was a little ditzy, unlike either of you, but the banter was loving, smart, mostly authentic, and funny like you guys. Maybe the world is ready for another funny couple doing scripted and unscripted banter on Netflix or elsewhere. I think you're right.
I think you're goddamn right.
This letter should be to the president of Netflix. Oh, he did include it. Oh, that's awesome.
The show was called No Honestly. Can't wait to see you after the pandemic. Aw.
And, oh, look at this. Thanks again, Mike and Slawick. I hope I'm saying that right. Slawick?
Mike and Slavic?
It's with a W. Who howls with our little puppy, Pluto, and tempts him to follow him around by farting.
Oh, that's an idea.
I love it. Thanks so much. I'm excited to watch this show. And I think I recognize the couple. But we'll watch that and we'll get back to you, Michael. We appreciate it.
Thanks.
Rebecca wrote us. Hey friends, only on 15 but binging hard. Fan of Rosebud since she was on Guys We Fucked. Wish she wasn't on a show called that. Made me buy Codependency No More, which changed my life. Tried to listen to it twice,
Love
can't
that
get
book.
through it.
Love
Enjoying
that book.
this pod a lot.
For him.
Alternately makes me so glad I'm single and alone with dogs and wishing I had someone to fix my faucets. Anyways, maybe you've already found it, but Stephen King's The Stand is about a flu-based quarantine. It may even be a coronavirus. Anyway, undoubtedly I'll ramble at you more as I listen further. Rebecca, thank you very much, and I've been meaning to watch The Stand. I heard it's actually really great.
Thank you for writing, Rebecca.
We'll get to this last email in a second. Okay, Mickey hit us up. Hi guys, just wanted you to know that I am not Scandinavian. Don't get me wrong, I'm some sort of mongrel mix of Caucasians from Northern Europe and Great Britain. I as well. Mm-hmm. But not Scandinavian per se. My real name is Michael, okay? I'm a lady with two traditional male names. They are both spelled wrong, given to me at birth. My grandpa gave me the name Mickey, pronounced Mikey. And for most of my life, I thought it was, oh, we met Mikey on the, on one of the chats. Mm-hmm. I thought it was because, despite being one of the most intelligent people I've ever known, he only had a second grade education. A few years ago, I found out that Mikey is a traditional Finnish name. So I guess I'll never know, but that's the story. Hope you guys are both well, and the dogs too. Mikey, please let Rosebud know that my estimate for mouse adult size will be around 20 pounds. The dog tricked you.
No, the dog lied.
Mikey,
The dog lied to us.
I want you to know that you just said, I'm not Scandinavian, and then you told us your name is a Finnish name, okay? You're fucking with me right now.
Yeah. Mikey, fucking show yourself.
Interesting
Send us
fact.
your passport.
Yeah, send us your passport. Send us your social security card. Send us your couple recent, what are those things called? The things that you,
what?
Gas, electric, what kind of bills are those?
Utility bills.
Yeah, send us some utility bills because we'd like to set up some accounts in your name, which is Mikey.
Thank you so much.
Do you want to read this one?
Sure.
I'm sweating like a dog in a castration barn. The lights!
What the fuck are you talking
Whoa,
about?
the lights.
I'm sweating like a... You guys, Andy was doing it. Stop looking for the vape. It looks like you're fucking molesting me.
I am molesting you. I'll molest you all I want.
You can't do that.
Spousal rape is illegal, but spousal fondling, completely legal.
Not legal.
I'll squeeze your honkers and poke your hoo-ha. You can't stop me.
I'll yank your yonker and...
Yonker.
And fondle your... and fondle...
Your no hole.
And fondle your volleyballs.
Yeah.
All right?
nice. Oh, that's such a good one. I love those kind of sayings.
Yeah.
It's midnight. Yeah, we gotta fucking
We gotta go to bed.
read this email.
Okay, alright.
This is from Shay.
Alright, this is from Shay. Hey Charlie, Rosebud, Andy, and Mouse. I think another person named Shay wrote in last week. I rarely hear my name used unless someone is speaking. A lot of name content, you guys. Unless someone is speaking to me. So when Andy said it, I thought for a second I was hallucinating him talking directly to me through my earbuds. I've been at home since March 11th, only going out to get the mail, so I'm starting to get a little wacky. I'm really enjoying the Patreon episodes. Thanks for putting the extra effort into recently to make us Mahalos feel appreciated. You made so much content in such a short time. You deserve all the support. I'd be a VI Beach, but I'm unemployed, so that felt a bit irresponsible.
No worries.
No
Shay.
worries. Moving on. I'm in Ontario, Canada, and I have been with my husband since 2006, married since 2011. My advice: have hobbies and activities you only do together, and separate things you never do together. Don't complain about your spouse to your family unless you're already about to divorce. You can't take that shit back, and it makes for a real awkward Thanksgiving dinner. Don't get tattoos of each other's names. Oh, and brush your teeth before you lick your lover's eyeballs. That's a good idea. Love what you guys do, and the Howl Sesh segment really fucks with my cats. Warmest regards, Shay. Shay, thank you so much for writing in. And
Shay with an E.
And anybody named Shay, if you think we're talking to you, guess what?
We are. We are talking to you.
We're talking to you right now, Shay.
You better fucking believe it. And then I would like to wrap it up with a email from one of our favorites.
Our resident priest.
Our resident spiritual advisor.
One with it.
I love you too, Andy. My sign is Aries. An astrology expert said I'm a Pisces Aries cusp because
Did I not say he was a fire sign?
Did
I not say that?
I think you maybe even said Aries. I'm at the
think I
start
said
of Aries.
Sagittarius.
She called it the cusp of rebirth, whatever that means. Probably just means I can raise the dead or something trivial like that. You guessed Leo, and fascinatingly, I had 4 serious girlfriends in a row with the exact same Leo birthday. Synchronicities happen so frequently and powerful that frankly I'm bored by it all now. I mean, give us 4 lottery wins in a row so we can feed the hungry by shooting hot dogs out of t-shirt cannons from the deck of our yacht. I know you can feel the purity of my intentions. By the way, whenever I listen to your podcast, I have to turn down the bass because the speakers almost blow out from Rosebud's 15-inch subwoofer of a voice box. When the money comes in, I'll pay her 7-octave increase surgery and sphincter tightening.
Thank you. I do need that.
As usual, I felt a bit behind on your glorious show, your living devotional of enlightenment fully embodied. Soiled panties, aka felony biohazard, littering, and gargantuan zits aside, you two are a dyad of divine union and inspiration. You are a poet, Chris.
Yeah.
Seriously.
You're a goddamn poet.
That said, I'd like to submit my tardy relationship advice. I've actually been thinking about this for you two for a while. Gandhi wouldn't speak for an entire day once a week. He would communicate with a chalkboard when necessary. I do silent Sundays and love it. I do silent lifetimes if God weren't such a dang slave driver. Seriously though, this could strengthen your relationship and be a great experiment for you listeners to hear about. It might also be nice counterbalance to all your fecal content you've been spraying at us lately. True.
Okay.
Good.
Fair.
Totally.
Fair enough.
All right.
Hurtful, but fair.
Love your friend Chris.
All right.
One with it.
One with it. I'm going to take that into consideration.
I almost went on
A silent retreat.
yeah, but it was like,
A lot of people have almost gone on a silent retreat.
I was like, it was, it's free. There's like a one you can do in Joshua Tree. You just show up.
You know what? You could also do one for free in your house.
Nah, but they guide you. They teach you how to meditate better. It's like, I think it's a little bit more serious if you're around people who make a lifestyle out of it. And you also live very Spartanly. You don't get to bring anything. No phones.
Spartanly?
Spartan means like minimal. I guess.
So you could have gone for sparingly, but you chose the cuntier word.
Sorry that I'm a scholar. I apologize for my lexicon.
I'm so sorry for how smart I am.
I'm obviously not that smart.
I think it's weird that, like, for some reason, we need to get a new Zoom mic. We need to get the whole new setup, okay? Because it is fucking with people. I'm not talking louder than you.
I think he's teasing you about the bass, but...
No, I don't think that was a joke. I think it does, like, I think it does fuck with. I think our sound is fucked up.
Well,
We need better mics.
you know what I'll do for episode 50?
Huh?
A sound check. We're gonna go in and we're gonna adjust the levels down to a fucking T and see if that helps.
You goddamn right.
We probably do need new mics though, and new equipment, and new camera,
Mm-hmm.
all those things.
All those things, and we're
But
gonna
right
get
now
those
we have a
things.
car and a second apartment coming,
Possibly.
and I need a bed that I can sleep on without my entire legs hanging off.
No, you don't need that. I don't think you need that. You already got a PS4, and
Just half the bed. Should have just bought the bed.
you know what, Andy? If it weren't for that teeny tiny bed, your big ass PS4 would have nowhere to sit.
True.
So
Very true.
settle down,
Settle down.
take a breath,
Settle down and settle up.
settle
Bar's
down, and
closing.
saddle up because it's closing time.
Get on your horse. Is it? Do you think you get a DUI riding a horse drunk?
That's a really good question.
All right. How about this? What if you're sober but the horse is drunk?
I mean, that can't be legal.
Yeah, but how are they gonna do a breathalyzer? Say you're.
They're like, hey, you're driving your horse all fucked up. And you're like, it's not me, it's the horse. And they'll
What
be
about
like,
this?
yeah, right, buddy. Okay, have a good day.
Say you're nay BCs. Can it? Because horses say nay.
Say your ABCs backwards.
Yeah. Touch your hoof to your nose.
All right, rear up and touch your hooves to your nose.
Oh, that'd be so fun. DUI check for horses.
Horse is like, oh fuck, it's a checkpoint.
I gotta, fuck, eat some grass.
When he fucking turns around.
The people are like, we're sober. I would like to know that, because you can get a DUI on a bicycle.
Yeah,
That's true.
you can.
I love
You
that
guys should know.
Chris wrote this beautiful, kind of
Poetic.
email to us about relationships and silence and
He didn't. He
astronomical
could have said
signs.
shit or poop, and instead he used
Fecal.
fecal.
And then I immediately was like, what if a horse had a license? What if do you
What if a horse got drunk?
do you have to have a horse license? You probably do have to have a horse license.
Probably.
Okay, we're not going to do this much longer because I have to go to bed so that I can wake up and work because I am an essential worker. I have
Andy's
to
an
move people
essential
out of the
worker.
city,
And don't.
steal their things.
That's right. He's got to go upstate to, move people into their homes, and then whatever is left from the dead people that lived there before, he brings it back.
Yep.
He brings it back for us in case we need extra furniture, because you always need extra furniture. And he puts it in our storage unit, and then he's like, I fixed up this thing. And I'm like, what are we going to do with that? And then he's like, I'll sell it online.
But you know what? Honestly, if you just went around in a van, and this is not what I want to do,
Mm-hmm.
but if you just went around New York every night, if you went around New York and you just picked up furniture off of the street,
Like a hoarder.
you could make $100,000 a year.
Do you think that's what hoarders are thinking when they're like collecting shit?
No, because New Yorkers throw out good furniture.
No, I know,
On
but
the
do you
walk-
think that's what hoarders are thinking when they're like collecting all their stuff? They're like, I could sell this for.
I mean, some of them, but the thing is that hoarders don't hoard because of hoarding it's just another extension of a like God-sized hole, you know?
Yeah.
It's just anxiety and fucking whatever,
It's like I can't control anything.
this. So, you know, it's
Yeah.
when my mom has like 4 years of newspapers where she's like, I might have missed an article. And I'm like, have you heard of this thing called a digital archive, you old bitch?
You know, because that's like how you talk to your mom.
I don't actually talk like that. My mom got a very nice West Elm vase set for Mother's Day, which I was making up for a couple Mother's Days forgotten.
You were?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes if I forget to send something on Mother's Day, or if I don't get around
The
to
ship
it,
sailed.
I just shoot a text,
Yeah.
maybe a call.
Yeah.
Oh God, I haven't gotten my sister a Mother's Day present or my niece a birthday present. I gotta get my niece a birthday present. Fuck!
God, you suck.
I'm a fucking idiot.
Such a bad family member.
Well, the good excuse.
You guys, you should write in and let me know. Actually, they should write into my podcast.
Yeah, we do need.
You guys should write into my podcast, DevilsAdvocatePod.atc@gmail.com, and give me ideas for Andy's birthday present. Again, that's DevilsAdvocatePod.atc@gmail.com, and give me ideas for Andy's birthday.
I asked for an air purifier for the bedroom because my white noise machine is the least favorite thing that Rosebud received.
It looks like an old man's nebulizer.
It's just because it's a vintage model. It's the highest rated white noise machine, and that's why Rosebud doesn't like it, because it doesn't look like something Justin Bieber would wear.
That's right.
She thinks it should have decals.
It should be shaped like a future, like an
future.
egg from the future.
Yeah.
Like a pod that you'd grow a baby in.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
I wish we could grow babies in pods.
Me too.
And then see what they're gonna look like and decide if we keep it.
Yeah. We're like,
Ugh.
ew.
Next one.
Gross. This one's got Andy's balding pattern.
Oh, that would be cool if you could find out like what they're gonna look like when they're 40.
Yeah. There's like sites online where you can combine people's faces to make their baby, and I did it with us, and it was not pretty. It was pretty ugly.
How old of a baby are we talking? Like an infant?
We're talking like 2 months.
It's ugly?
Hideous.
Really?
Fucking so upsetting I couldn't even show you.
I mean, I got a hard face to work with. It's angular.
Oh my god, it had no idea what to do with your angular face and my fucking rotund, circle-shaped
Big
mug.
head. Oh no, what happens if our baby has your big noggin
And your angular...
and my angular face?
It's just gonna look like a basketball with a nose on it.
It's gonna look like Ron Perlman. That's Devil Boy or whatever. Is that his name? Hellboy? Yeah, Hellboy.
Yeah.
Okay, folks. Well, I gotta go to Betty Bye. I gotta tuck myself in so I can get to sleep.
All right. We're not doing that to them.
Okay.
You guys, we love you.
We love
it's
you.
Wednesday. Get out there. Kill this day.
One quick thing. Friday night, we will be back on our bullshit doing the Patreon episode live. We will give you the exact time, Thursday or Friday morning, dependent, but you'll get it at least 2 or 3 hours beforehand. We'll try to make it a time that's convenient. Don't act like any time is inconvenient. It's still fucking quarantine.
Yeah.
It's not like you're going into the fucking
Yeah,
plant.
what do you have, a fucking appointment at the club?
Yeah, the club appointment? Do you have a dick appointment?
Yeah, get out of here.
With your urologist? Not shaming you for seeing a urologist.
It is important.
Anyways, happy Wednesday. We'll see all you Patreons Friday. And the rest of you, see you on episode 50 next Monday.
Hell yeah. Bye.